What's up guys, I'm here with another video. Welcome to episode 77 of Building Stuff. Today we're building Toys R Us. So, yeah, the days. Toys R Us sadly closed in maybe it was 2018 or 19 because they ran out of money. They didn't have enough money. They ran out of business. So I'm bringing it back in Minecraft. So hopefully you enjoy this video. This one's gonna be a fun and colourful one. Anyway, without sorry about that. That is way more enough talking. Let's build Toys R Us.
Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a Toys R Us store for all of your city building needs. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Not only have I designed the outside of Toys R Us for you, but I have designed the inside of Toys R Us.
I'm doing a live.
Ouch, my ears. That's what I get for doing my own sound effects. But you'll have to wait until later in the tutorial to get a full look at the inside. But without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this is certainly going to be a fun one. Let's get started. Now, just before we begin building, my friends, here are all of the materials that you...
Alright. Let's make Toys R Us. So the materials, yellow, red, oh no, it's orange. Yellow, blue,
need to make your Toys R Us. Please do make sure that you have access to all of those and enough of them as well. One little warning, once we have finished with all of those materials, we are going to need a lot of others as well. They're mainly going to be decorative materials though, and there's a lot of choice involved. I'll notify you when we get to the right part in the video what sort of other things that we're going to be using, but that's in the future. Let's not worry about that now. The amount of space required to make Toys R Us is a 29 by 22 block area on the ground. Please feel free to make this grid in your world if you are planning out a city. Plus, this also gives you a couple of rows around your Toys R Us, so it's not going to be 100% snug inside of this grid. And that's it. Pause the video if you have to. Do make sure that you're ready to build this. Make sure you've got enough room, enough materials. Make sure that you want to build an awesome toy store. And once you're ready, we can begin. Step 1, Toy Story friends. Come all the way to the front left-hand corner of the grid. Count backwards from the front left corner. 1, 2, 3, and then right by 1, 2. This is the starting position. Place a yellow concrete, and then 7 more going right.
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Place a birchwood plank, and then place 2 on top, 1, 2, and then you're going to want to place a row of 3 birchwood planks in front of this, and on top of the 3rd birchwood plank this time, place a birchwood slab. Go right of that slab by 8, using the slabs.
8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
We are then going to extend this down to the ground using birchwood planks. And behind those birchwood planks, we are going to want to, of course, place 3 birchwood planks to come back inwards again. We are going to extend that back birchwood plank to the right by 8 using yellow concrete. 1, 2,
8. 1, 2. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We now want to extend this 8th block backwards by 16.
16. 1, 2. Failed again. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. To which we will then extend across the back of the build with the intent purpose of connecting all the way to the front of the build. Extend across until you see where it connects and then connect it for yourself. What we will then do is on the front left corner of Toys R Us, we will extend the corner upwards by 2 using yellow concrete. 1, 2. Going right of this, we want to have a triple wide window, so use glass pane or block and place 1, 2, 3 going right. You then want to have 2 yellow concrete come up from the frame, right of the glass, and then another triple wide window. 1, 2, 3. But you see, my friends, not only do we want to have windows on the front, but we also have a singular window on the side. So also coming from the front, we want to move backwards and have a triple wide window coming back, with then a double tall yellow concrete row moving backwards as well. We can then add another row of glass pane on top of the pane coming up from the frame, like this. And we actually want to mirror this onto the opposite side also. So all the way over here on the right corner, we want to place 1, 2 yellow concreters, and then 3 glass pane coming across. 1, 2, 3. Double yellow concrete, 3 glass. But additionally, we also want to have that window on this right side too. So 1, 2, 3, and then the double tall window. And then we can just add more glass on top, just like this. We want to make the glass double. There we go. So there we have all of the windows sorted out. The next thing that we're going to do is concerning the entrance. So basically, we want to place a row of 3 red concrete next to both of these sides that have the extended inwards birchwood planks, like this. We want to connect the red concrete together at the top. We want to place glass coming inwards from both sides of the red concrete area. Red concrete coming inwards from both sides of glass. And in the middle here will be a doorway, but we can't place that just yet. Additionally, what I would recommend is adding a row of birchwood slabs just underneath the top of the frame. So you kind of get a cool thing where you are kind of obstructing half of the top of the entrance, which is cool, but you'll also find that we'll be obstructing half of the area just above the door. It's a cool effect, we'll see it later. The next thing that we're going to do is we are going to raise up all of the rest of the yellow concrete frame around Toys R Us, and we are raising it up with the purpose of making it as high as the rest of the windows. That's pretty much all there is to it. So raise it up, make it as high as all of the other rest of the windows. And then the next thing we're going to do is we are going to place blue concrete on top. So these are the fabled colours of your Toys R Us. So we have blue concrete on top of the yellow. It's going to go all the way around, and this is going to set us up for a pretty cool part of the store. You'll see what we're going to be doing in just a moment. So that is what we want to do Right now, that is perfect. We want to take the front left-hand corner of the store, it always comes back to this, and we want to place 8 blue concretes on top of this corner. 1,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we are going to extend this all the way to the right, and we are going to extend it right down like this. And then we're going to extend that same corner backward. And then we're going to extend it down to the corner. We're going to extend it across the back of the build. And that's right, we're going to extend it down to the corner. And then we'll take these top 2 corners here, the front and the back, and we will join them together. Perfect. So, next thing, very boring, we have to divide the area up a lot. So how do we divide the area up? It's quite easy, really. If you start from the bottom left-hand corner, it's always this corner. You want to take this empty space here, and you want to move right, and you want to place 3 glass blocks. 1, 2, 3. And then you want to place blue concrete. Now, if you can remember that, 1, 2, 3, blue concrete, 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 1, 2, 3. We already have our blue concrete, then you will be pretty good. That's most of the pattern complete, and here's the cool thing about this, right? So not only does that pattern persist on the downward plane, the X coordinate, I think it is, but coming upwards, what we will do is we will extend all of the blue concrete upwards. This will connect to the top of the frame. And by the way, we're going to be doing this on every single side. It's not just the front that gets this treatment. Every side gets it. Here we go. But what we will be doing also is we will be dividing it horizontally. And it's very easy again. You want to place 1 layer of glass, 2 layers of glass on top. Reason being, we already have 1 layer of glass, 2, 3, and then we're going to cut the area in half horizontally so it somewhat looks like a waffle. So this is what the area is going to look like. So that is what the front of your Toys R Us will look like. And equally so, what you can do is you can cut the entire upper half of your Toys R Us in half horizontally. You can cut it straight.
Hello Muppet babies, welcome to live stream.
through very much like you would cut through a sandwich. Pretty much the exact same thing for a nice fresh baguette. And what else are we going to do? Well, we have to divide it vertically through every single part of the build. And again, all you have to do, if you start from any one side, you place 3 glass, blue concrete, 3 glass, blue concrete, 3 glass, blue concrete, and you'll be able to place 3 glass. And that will persist throughout the build. You can see that the right side works this way, the left side is certainly going to work this way, because if the right and left are the same, then of course they're both going to function in the same fashion. But if we come to the back as well, you'll notice of course the back will also divide itself in the same way, because the back is equal to the front. So what I'm going to recommend that you do is that you do this on all sides. So you place your glass, you use that to measure out where you have to place your blue concretes, and once you have kind of created this waffle grid pattern, we will be able to fill it in our multiple ways, because we have to do a couple of things when it comes to this. That's the back side of this done, and now I'm not even going to use the glass, because I can use the opposite side and I can simply count 3 blocks in between all of these particular rows. Perfect. So now that we have divided the top of our Toys R Us into a fantastic grid-looking shape, the next thing that we are going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we have to do this, specifically this, right? This is what we're going to be doing to our Toys R Us. First, we have to fill the top of this in using blue concrete. So, of course, what we will do is we will just run rows and rows and rows of blue concrete across the top of Toys R Us. That has to be completely filled in, and to save time, perfect, that is what the top... your Toys R Us will look like once it has been filled in with blue concrete. Once you have accomplished this, we have a lot of the same thing to do around Toys R Us. Every single gap and hole that is a square around the top of your Toys R Us wants to look like this. You want to fill the outer part of these squares in using glass blocks specifically, and I would suggest using lapis lazuli behind the glass, because it gives you a cool texture, and it's also very close to blue, but not quite blue. It's a really cool texture, like that's how it looks with the lapis lazuli, and if you were to do the same thing using, blue concrete, I mean, you get an effect. It looks cool still, because it's like behind the glass and because of the depth, but it's just an interesting different colour shade, like it's so close, but it's a different texture, it looks better, in my opinion. So we have to do that to every single side. So this is what the front will look like once...
Let's fill in all of these gaps. I don't know if this will take a long time, but wish me luck. Back is done. The final side. Okay, the last side, then I will be done with all of these gaps. And then the sign. The sign is really cool.
Where's Wendy's?
Wow, she scared me.
Where's Wendy's?
Right there.
Why is... Hold on, go over there. Oh yeah.
Why you came in here for? Alfie? Want to come play with me? Okay. Just gotta fill in these gaps right here with blue glass. Just right here. Done. There are only 2 more to do, and then I will be done. Alright guys, I'll be right back. Only one more block for my stretch in this part, and done. Oh my gosh. Alright guys, I have finished the gaps of my Toys R Us. It is absolutely complete. I have done the stressed part of this building. Oh, it's all done. So there's no need to worry about doing all of it now because I've already done all of it. So let's continue.
You have applied that effect. This is what the left side will look like once you have applied the same effect. This is what the back will look like once you have applied the same effect as well. And now lastly, this is what the same effect looks like once applied to the right hand side as well. So now we've actually done that to all 4 sides, and if I do say so myself, Toys R Us looks very good this way. Of course, you are more than welcome to simply use your blue concrete instead of the lapis lazuli, depending on whether or not you can get a hold of it, depending how you're building this exactly. But this is the effect nonetheless. Next job, my friends, one of my least favourite things to do, but it's came up to this point. We must make the dreaded Toys R Us side, which means we have to get out our banners. I am going to get rid of all of these materials right.
Hold on guys, my dad's calling. Hello? Hi, why did you ring me? I'm in the middle of a live stream. I'm in the middle of a live stream, Dad.
Middle of a what?
I'm in the middle of a live stream.
A live stream? Oh, are you?
Yeah. Anyway, where are you at right now?
Just get back on the highway.
What, did you went to Reese?
Wait a minute, will we? Yeah, been.
What tools did you get?
Only these. These look.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go because I need to finish off my Toys R Us that I'm making in Minecraft.
Alright.
See ya. See you when you get home.
Yeah.
Alright, sorry about that. That was just my dad calling me. Yeah, that was just my dad calling me. That was okay. So yeah, that was my dad calling me, and Alfie's making a playground for my monster school. Dingle. Okay, let's just. I'm going to continue making my Toys R Us. Look how it looks, Alfie. How does it look?
here, except for the crafting table. I'm gonna slam one of these bad boys down on the ground.
Alright, let's grab the loom. Not a crafting table, the lucky loom.
Next job, my friends. One of my least favourite things to do, but it's came up to this point. We must make the dreaded Toys R Us sign, which means we have to get out our banners. I am going to get...
Anyway, guys, I'm going to grab the dart and grab the dies. Like I said, lime, pink. Yeah, pink. Pink, yellow, and then finally blue. I'm gonna chuck away the loom right in my inventory in the red dye. I already have all of these colourful colours. Let's make the colourful Toys R Us sign, which is not gonna take too long. But I mean, it's not gonna be that bad. Bam! And then here we go, and just yeah, let's make the sign.
Rid of all of these materials right here, except for the crafting table. I'm going to slam one of these bad boys down on the ground. Plop. I'm going to get rid of the crafting table because we won't need it ever again. And we are going to begin by grabbing our blue banners here. And I'm going to move the dies up closer.
Oh, my dad's calling in again.
Inventory.
Hello? Why are you ringing me again?
Go and ask Mum if she wants coffee.
Alright, guys, I'll be right back.
Mom, Dad said if you want coffee. Davey, look, this new schoolyard. Uh-huh.
Alright guys, I'm back. My dad just called me again to ask my mum what coffee she wants, so yeah. Yeah, I'm back. So let's continue again.
Like this. I'm going to crack open the crafting table. Here we are. And I guess I'll even like move the banners there too, I guess. And we're going to start with the first banner, which is T. So brand new blue banner right in the middle left of the crafting table, and place red dye coming up the centre of the table. Grab the new banner and place it in the middle of the table with red dye coming along the top of the banner. That is tea in all its glory. Grab a brand new banner and place it in the center of the table, with orange dye coming along the bottom. Grab that banner and place it in the center of the table with orange dye coming up the left side. Grab the new banner and place it in the center of the table with orange dye coming along the top. Grab the new banner and place it once more in the center of the table with orange dye coming along the right side. That, my friends, is O. Now, we must make Y. Why must we do this? Y is quite easy to make. You place a blue banner in the middle left of the table, line dye coming from the top left corner to the bottom right. You grab that banner, you place it in the top center of the table, 2 rows of blue dye directly below it to knock off the lower half of that shape. Grab that banner, place it in the middle left of the table again, but this time you want to place a nice bit of lime dye bottom left corner to top right. Grab that new banner and you will find that that is your Y. Now we must make Z or Z depending from where you are from. Place a brand new blue banner right in the middle of the table with pink dye along the bottom. Grab that banner and place it in the middle of the table with pink dye coming along the top. Grab that banner and place it in the middle left of the table with pink dye top left corner to bottom right corner. And there you have your Z or Z or however you want to pronounce that letter.
Toys.
Okay, next we have a blue banner in the center of the table with a row of yellow dye coming up the right side. Grab that banner and place it in the middle of the table. Then place some yellow dye coming along the top. Grab that banner and place it in the middle right of the table. And then place a row of yellow dye bottom left corner to top right corner. And that is your R. I'm well aware that the R is backwards. It is actually backwards in the actual proper logo itself. So hey, blame Toys R Us. Apparently giraffes don't know how to do some letters. So next banner, place a brand new blue one right in the middle of the table with lime dye coming.
At Bunnings, we know that the kitchen is more than just a place to cook. Sometimes it's the home office. Sometimes you just want to get takeaway. Your kitchen needs to be designed to fit your life. Bunnings kitchens are made for real life. Absolutely. Shop at Bunnings wherever you are, whenever you are.
Love the game. The chance to take someone else's power for yourself. You can't deny that would feel good.
Daddy.
You got hurt, we hurt back.
You say we're partner.
The left side. Grab that banner and place lime dye coming along the bottom. That is you. We only have one more banner and it's going to be S. Blue banner in the middle of the table, red dye coming along the bottom. Grab the new banner, place it in the center of the table, red dye coming along the top. Grab that banner, place it in the middle left of the table with red dye bottom left corner to top right corner. That's actually the exact opposite of what you have to do. We have to place the die coming top left corner to bottom right. Funnily enough, by the way, that is the final banner complete. Inadvertently, I did just teach you how to make a Z or a Z. And I just realised that when we made the actual pin cast, I think that I thought it was a Z myself. Feel free to laugh at me in the comments section. Let's have a good laugh now. Oh, he doesn't know his letters. I'm just a
See the fight,
Despite the fact that this dummy here doesn't know the difference between an S and a Z, we could come all the way to the middle
Yeah.
of our Toys R Us,
Yeah.
where we have the horizontal row of blue concrete. You want to come inwards to the right, and you want to find the center of the second layer of where the glass is. So right in this position here. This is where T goes. Leave a gap going right, place O. Gap going right, place Y. Gap going right, place S. What's that? Leave a gap going right, place the R. Gap going right, place the U. Gap going right, place the secondary S. And there we have Toys R Us. Now, there is a slight bit of detail that we can add to this, by the way, and I'd recommend if you grab the red concrete, you can place red concrete blocks in these positions. So where we have the horizontal rows of blue concrete just above where the yellow concrete join them, you can place some red concrete.
Oh, sorry about that. Guys, I just sneezed.
And I don't know why, but this is present on some of the stores that I looked at, and it kind of just looks a little bit cooler. I don't know why, I like the effect. I'm going to, before I do something stupid, which I am prone to doing, I'm going to chuck a chest on the ground, and I'm going to put away all of my banner making materials. I'd recommend the same thing. If you're in creative mode, just chuck away the banners until you're sure you don't need them. But now we can move on to just the final little outside bit here. So I'm going to recommend that you grab the smooth.
Alright, I'm going to quickly make the road and the path and all that. So the road starts here.
I'm building you school block here.
You're not alone. Into the end of time. It's time. Open your eyes. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me, Mr. Villager. Are you kidding me? I've been seeing these everywhere. You know what? I'm gonna grab my sword because I need to kill them, and I'll grab the black concrete and all that. Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here! Please. I'm building my flippin' Toys R Us. I've been seeing those everywhere in our world. It's getting annoying. Oopsie, I'll just do that. I don't care. Whee! Alright. Placing smooth stone around our Toys R Us. A path. Oh no. Destroyed some dirt. Never mind. Okay, we've done that, and I'm gonna place the leaves around because I want to do it now. Saves us time before we do the path. I'm gonna quickly go see Alfie's. I'm gonna go see Monster School over there, next to Wendy's. Just one. Oh no. Oh, never mind. Okay, I'll just sort that out in a minute. Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, a lovely day. epitaba, epita, etaba, taba, taba, bo, 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 ba, ba, bo, ba, ba, bo, ba, ba, bo, 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 da, bo, da, 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 bo.
You come see my thing. Come see my new monster school block.
Okay. Booda booda bear. Booda booda. Booda booda bear. Alright, I'm gonna see out my monster school.
Or the new block.
Hello, everyone. Hello, class. After you, you're supposed to be the students. Hello, class.
Hello. So how's the new block being built?
Look, Alfie. Look what's building.
Toys R Us.
Danelle's coming back, and you're so happy.
Yay, it's going back. Woo.
Celebrate with fireworks.
Okay, soon as it's done.
Attention all toys. Attention all Attention all Toys R Us fans. Toys R Us is coming back. And they were cheering in the background. Do you want to go in and say some toys? And I will be coming today. And you saw people cheering in the background.
Stone. And what I want to do is I just want to dig an entire 2 rows going all the way around Toys R Us. And I did say 2, but on the front, 2 rows in front is like 2 rows out in front of the birch. I mean literally, so you've got 2 rows clearance around all of the Toys R Us. I want to dig out 2 rows of grass, and I want to replace it all using smooth stone. Now that's a design choice that you may want to make yourself, but this is what it will look like if you do decide to do it. This is what it looks like if you choose to use smooth stone around your Toys R Us. Now, you're more than welcome to replace that material with something else. It just so happens to make Toys R Us pop. So feel free to clear a bit of ground depending on where you're building it, what have you. But that's what I would recommend for the build, depending on where you are indeed building it. Now, next we have to prepare the inside a little bit. That will require some blue concrete. It will need sealant.
Did I look at you? Lovely day, lovely day.
And some block of quartz. Now, once you have all 3 of these materials, we can work our way onto the inside. The first thing that we are going to do inside is we are going to re-floor Toys R Us. So I'm going to dig up all of the grass or whatever material might be inside Toys R Us. Again, I don't know where you're building this exactly, but whatever the regular floor material is, we're going to dig it up, and I am using block of quartz. Now, you don't have to use block of quartz. You can use some sort of wood if you like. You can use some more smooth stone. You can use whatever it is you feel will look better, but quartz is quite back up because the ceiling's going to be blue, so it works out quite nicely this way. But again, you know, you do you. So first, we remove all of the glass.
I'm gonna do that myself.
This isn't the real floor, it's just, I don't know what you call it. Then the entire teeth one. You think I should have a bathroom? Nah, no, what's the point? I'll build toilets soon. Anyway, for now, I should just put windows in.
Like this, and then we replace it with our material of choice. In this case, I'm using quartz. Now, this is what the floor will look like, minus the bubbles, once you have replaced it with your material of choice. The next thing we have to do, which is also quite time-consuming, is replace the ceiling.
Someone's looking for you. There she is. Hi.
Yeah, my bedroom.
How'd you get it all the wrong way round?
I don't know.
How did you get it there?
Oh, my dummy fell down the bed. Oh, hold on. Sorry.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at her chin. Coffee now. Dummy fell down the bed. Alright, you'll have to get it now. Alfie is the one that she's got big arms. And you're skinny. Where did it fall down? It fell down. I saw it this morning when I woke up. I couldn't find it. I bet. Yep, I see it down there. Okay, I'll go in. So I can do it from here. Wait, how did you get it? I just literally stuck my hand in there. It's easy. Oh, yes. Jaden, look at the new boards inside. Look, and Jaden, what do you think? A new classroom? How I don't really have a new school classroom. So that's so you don't look down that classroom? No. That's it. Starting at the school. There's a block there. What about the playground? Yeah, this is the playground here. But I'm gonna cement over here, then there's gonna be a grass. I think I'm gonna add the grass over here. I think maybe a grass bit here, then I'm gonna cement over here, which is great. Okay.
Alright guys, I'm back. I'm just going to do the ceiling.
You may choose to have a nice high ceiling like this. I don't want that. So what I am going to do is using blue concrete. I'm going to connect the lapis lazuli that I used for the ceiling together like this. So I'm going to place blue concrete joining the front and
Stop being so slow, you stupid controller.
Yeah, I had trouble with that control a few times. This is the class so far. Oh yeah, this is Jaden's.
Are you going to do the new block? What are you doing?
They're getting new touch boards. You know how that one's got a fancy touch board in it? See, that's the fancy one. They're getting one too.
Ever since I made Monster School, we all trashing up everything.
I'm not trashing up in the classroom.
That was my chalkboard.
Well, there can be chalk, like, if you, look, people can get out their own chalkboards and write everything down. Like, be old-fashioned or something. Like, when there was, like, not really any paper and stuff. Like, it was limited edition back then. Just used chalkboards and stuff. But it's come on Jane, it's 2021 and it's starting to get the future, so why don't you just add the touch board or something? Because look, see how that one, I'm not going to knock it down, I just added a basket.
back of the store together.
Yeah.
And there we go. That is what the ceiling will look like once it's been all connected together using blue concrete. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is pretty much all of the time-consuming jobs complete. The next thing we have to do is install lights inside of the ceiling. I have a method for this. I'm using sea lanterns, by the way, but you can use glowstone, redstone lamps, anything that emits a decent amount of light. Sea lanterns. I'm going to come towards the front left corner of the store, and I'm going to line up where the edges of the windows are. So this yellow concrete here, and this yellow concrete here. In the ceiling, I want to join them in the middle, and I want to place a sea lantern. So this yellow concrete here, and this yellow concrete here. In the ceiling, I want to join them in the middle, and I want to place a sea lantern where they would theoretically connect, like this. So at a 90-degree angle, right there. I'm going to move along the store, and everywhere that we have a pillar, I'm going to place some sea lanterns. And this also includes, so where we have this yellow here, the birch here, I'm going to place one here, where the middle of the entrance is, because it spaces out nicely. And then I'm going to place one here, and here. And hopefully, if we take a look, you should be able to see the method to my madness. Now, what we're now going to do is we want to extend these coming towards the back of the store. All you have to do is leave a gap of 3 in the ceiling and place a lantern. You'll kind of reach a logical conclusion here as you come towards the back. And they will just sit nicely right in the center of the store, and they'll provide a good amount of light. You're more than welcome to add additional torches and stuff to the ceiling later on, if you so choose, but this is just my method to have some nice balanced lights in the ceiling as we go about our business working out how to best add some things inside of here. So, now that we've added all of the lights, I'm going to just chuck away all of these materials right here, and I'm going to grab some other stuff. So we're going to need, say, some oak wood planks, we're going to need some black.
And these are comfortable chairs here, not the plastic hard ones. These ones are nice and soft, even soft ones. Do you know how the school has hard chairs? Horrible, right? It's not this.
I know, Alfie. You could place a villager in the teacher's desk.
Yeah.
Concrete, we'll be using some iron bars. We're even going to be using a little bit of black carpet as well.
Okay, this is getting
Some spruce trap doors. Even
Can I? Oh,
probably going to use a little bit of block of quartz. I'm definitely going to be using some blue concrete, definitely some yellow, and maybe even some quartz slabs too. That's just to start us off. So what we're going to do in here, first of all, is we're going to add some displays and some stuff like that to the store. So in the front corner of the store here, right, I'm going to move along this window. And just right at the window, I'm going to place 1, 2, 3 oak wood planks. I'm also going to leave a gap of 3 moving backwards, and I'm going to place 1, 2, 3 oak wood planks. And this is just going to be a bookcase display. I'm going to leave a gap of 1, 2, 3, and on this 4th block, I'm going to place an iron bar and extend it towards me by 3. 1, 2, 3, connect it to this wall. Raise up the bars by 1 row using your iron bars like this, and then we're going to place a row of black carpet on top of the iron bars. So, what? It's so tricky to place these. Hang on. So here, 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 and here. And that is going to be a ball pit. So, you know, where you'd like get a football or whatever, just those colourful balls that you can buy. Now that we have kind of like a place where we're going to place like a book stand and stuff and some shelves that people can buy stuff off, we're going to, in this corner here, like closest to where the bookshelf is, we're going to have a 2x2 square of black concrete, and we're going to surround it using spruce trapdoors. Here, like closest to where the bookshelf is, we're going to have a 2x2 square of black concrete, and we're going to surround it using spruce trapdoors. Now, this is basically just going to be, you know how you have those stands around stores sometimes that have like the price of something, and then it has like a couple of things that you can get. It's kind of like a bargain bin sort of thing, like where you can buy some toys and what have you from. That'll become more obvious later on. We're just putting structures in place at the moment. So additionally, we're going to have another one of these coming along this back wall here where we have the ball pit. We're going to leave a gap of 1 from the corner of the ball pit, and then we're going to place ourselves a 2x2 square of black concrete here, and then we're going to have these spruce trapdoors surrounding them. So we're going to have a few of these because they make quite good design features, and you can just chuck whatever you like in them, and it looks pretty decent. So where we have the front of the store here, where we have this birch wood area, we're going to leave a gap of 3 in the ground, 1, 2, 3, and then starting on top of this block, I want you to place 1, 2, 3 block of quartz. Extend the top 2 block of quartz coming across by 3 using bars. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to place some block of quartz on the opposite side. And we're just going to have that as kind of like another separate display where we're going to have some, well, you'll see, we're going to mount some like weapons and stuff, like foam weapons and what have you that, you know, you could buy, or at least things that kind of sort of look like that. Additionally, I'm going to place some bars on the entrance area. I'm going to place bars on the left and the right side coming outwards from the 2 most outer red concrete areas. And those are going to be security scanners later on. Additionally, I want you to take this red concrete here just next to the entrance, and we're going to leave a gap of 3 in the ground, 1, 2, and 3 again, and then we're going to place a blue concrete, 1 on top, place 3 yellow concrete, 1, 2, 3 coming along the side, and then we're going to place a blue concrete, join it down, 3 more yellow concretes, 1, 2, 3, blue concrete, join it down. Then we're going to leave a gap of 2, and then on this back wall here, we're going to use a little bit of red concrete this time. And we're going to extend it up by 2. And we're just going to use a little bit of quartz slabs, just coming, and we're going to extend it up by 2. And we're just going to use a little bit of quartz slabs, just coming across this bottom concrete. We're going to place 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then red concrete on the ground, extend up by 2, like this. Additionally, I'm going to place some quartz slabs underneath these yellow concretes here, and we're just making loads of stands, loads of displays, loads of things like this. So now you can see it's actually getting a bit cluttered in here, and that's kind of how I like it. I like it nice and cluttered, and it's going to have loads of details in here. So now that you've placed all of this, we are going to work towards the right side of the store, which is just a little bit less cluttered, mind you. So I want you to take from this blue concrete here that we placed after we lined up with the door. I want you to leave a gap of 3 going right. 1, 2, 3. On top of this 4th block, I just want you to move inwards by 1, place a blue concrete, and then 5 more coming along the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like this. And then I want you to come towards the wall, move left by 1, and then place 1, 2, 3 black concretes here. And I want you to place 2 sets of iron bars coming out from the top of the second 2 black concretes like this. Now, once you've done that, we also have to make what is going to be a till area. So the till area is actually going to be measured from the right side of the store and just through the window. So here, I want you to place a red concrete, leave a gap of 1, and then another red concrete like this. And then we're going to place about 8 red concretes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to join back to the wall. We're going to install the shelf above here. Now the shelf wants to be just in between the red concrete that we have for the counter space. And it also just wants to just sit so that we can place stuff on top of this yellow concrete area. So this is kind of what we've got going on at the moment. Additionally, what else could we have around here? I feel as though that we're a little bit too much cluttered towards this way. We could have another couple of bargain bins, kind of like just here, coming outwards, like here and here. We could have another couple of bargain bins just right next to the till, where they're trying to sell you, like, you know, the stuff that nobody wants. They could just be connected to this, like, blue concrete area. And yeah, I guess that's kind of a good place to put them. Like that's usually like where all of the discounted stuff is, and you can just have a couple of chests across here. But structure-wise, we're actually doing a really good job. The last couple of things that I just want to add around the place, just before we do move on a little bit, is we're going to use a lot of item frames, loads. We're going to use some chests, and I would also like to use some bookshelves as well. So bookshelves, for instance, I want to create like a book area here next to where the counter is. So it's probably going to be like kind of just here, and it's going to come up as high as the yellow. And the bookshelves are probably going to come back a little bit further than the actual counter themselves, so kind of just in this corner. And you can place a couple of chests around here, so just a couple of chests that have like books in them, and maybe even like a double chest area here, something like that. You might even want to place like a couple of chests into space as well. You might feel as though that you want to place like a couple of chests, like maybe like one here and here next to like the quote-unquote bargain bins. You might feel as though that like on the ground next to like these stands here, you might want to place like a couple of double chests to actually keep some toys in that we're going to be advertising here. You might also feel as though that you want to maybe just kind of like build up a couple of chests here, maybe just like a chest or 2 here as well, maybe like even like one here if you wanted to. Maybe have, I don't know where else, a couple of chests here, maybe just like a chest or 2 here as well, maybe like even like one here if you wanted to. Maybe have, I don't know where else, maybe like a chest here, or maybe like a double chest here, just to kind of like build up this area. Maybe like a set of bookshelves along the bottom here, maybe even a set of bookshelves along the top, just as a bit of a display. You can place some item frames along the bookshelves, and maybe even in between. We're going to use a lot of item frames everywhere. So like for instance, like this iron bar area, we're going to have item frames along the side of it, and again you can place more chests to store stock in, and we're just going to have like item frames everywhere, like just here. I'm even going to place item frames everywhere where we have these like yellow concretes. I'm going to place item frames in them, because it's going to be advertising stuff that we are selling. Also in here as well. I want it to feel nice and busy around here. This area is selling, also in here as well. I want it to feel nice and busy around here. This area here is like we're going to place some item frames in between these two red stacks. Additionally, if you want to kind of like add a bit of detail, maybe even a bit of structure, you can use things like doors and stuff to like add on a little bit of something onto the top of the shelves and the stands. Like if you wanted to like here, and if you wanted to like you could add it on here as well, or you could use some quartz or something like that on there. So if you wanted to, like just so that it's got a little bit more structure, if you so chose, like you could do the same along the top of here and there and all of that. What else am I going to do? Well, just above here, maybe I'll have like a couple of item frames, and here as well. I'm going to want to have stuff along the top of this counter here as well, so I'm probably going to place some more item frames, so maybe here, for instance, here, here, and here. They kind of want to be a little bit of everywhere, like this whole store is like an advertisement. And I'm trying to see if there's anywhere else. Like, oh, also, by the way, like here on these scanners, like I want to place like item frames, and inside of these we're going to just place some red concretes, because these are kind of like, you know, if you steal something from a store, not that you ever would, or even I ever would, but if one was to steal something from the store, then those scanners that I got and like embarrass you as they go off. Like even if you've not taken anything, like sometimes they just go off as you walk through, and then you get really embarrassed, and like security guard comes up to you and you're like, I didn't do anything, but they don't believe you and they check your bag anyway. Yeah. Anyway, so that is the structure of the store, mostly complete, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a large amount of the structure completed around here. So all we have to do is we basically just have to add some items around the shop. We have to add some colourful stuff, maybe some shopping carts and what have you, and we can really make this shop pop. The last thing that we are going to do before we move on to the next part of the tutorial is stick an oak door right here on the outside in between those red concretes, because that, ladies and gentlemen, that puts an end to this part of the tutorial. The next part of the tutorial we're probably not even going to need most of this stuff. You don't need to be in my inventory right now. You can get rid of most of that, and here are the sorts of things that you are going of a guideline than anything else. But of course, pause the video if you have to. Gather all the stuff. Once you're ready, we can get this thing started. So I'm going to grab the first row of materials right.
So, oak fence. Item frames. Armor stands. Where's the armor stands? Armor stands. Book quills, and this one.
Right here, and I'm gonna head back inside. So the first thing I would actually like to do is make some shopping carts, because it takes up a good amount of space and it kind of looks good as well. So a shopping cart is very, very easy to make. Basically, you place a cauldron with an oak fence gate or any fence gate behind it. Looks like a shopping cart. That's all there is to it. I'm going to place them starting from this corner of the store coming across. So I'm going to place iron bars in between them. Cauldron, fence gate, iron bar, cauldron, iron bar, cauldron, and then I'm just going to place the gates in between. It just looks like a row of shopping carts that you can fill up with all of your toys and stuff, and that's pretty much all there is. You'll notice that I actually have some more fence, and I have the item frames out again, right? So these basically, I kind of forgot. I want to place some like stands around the store, so like wherever they sort of feel appropriate.
I'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, I'm back.
I like the idea of having like an oak fence or any kind of fence or any sort of like vertical block like this and placing some item frames on it. And I like the idea of having like magazines or whatever it might be. So like maybe even like on the corner here, like we can have like an oak fence, we can have item frames and like this. Just I like the idea of having these, and then you can kind of advertise some like some coloring books, or they could indeed be like just magazines. Or what have you, and you could even put like record players in them, so many different things.
No.
You can use these just little stands with like stuff in them, add some colour, adds more variety to the shop. Additionally, I'm going to fill in the area around the bookcases and stuff with like different kinds of books and all of that stuff. So like some books in here, and we've got an area over here as well where we have like this. So maybe I'll vary. With bits of like some books here, book and quill here, and some enchanted books like in the middle. Here here. We can have like a couple of... armor stands, and you know, maybe you could put some like weapons on there, or you could give the armor stand some armor that people can buy, some like costumes and what have you. What else can we do with these? Not that much, to be honest. We're kind of done with like these sort of materials here, unless you wanted to put like, say, like another stand here. And then again, you know, it's just all right to have like, you know, these sorts of places sell like loads of books and stuff. So you're more than welcome to like add some like there, just anywhere that sort of feels right. I'm gonna chuck these away, and I'm gonna grab the heads. I'd recommend using a helmet so that you can easily just quickly grab them, so you don't.
Hello, Colleen Telon. Welcome to live stream.
Place them on your head. And what are these heads for, right? So anywhere that we kind of have like these sorts of bins, I think it's a good idea to have heads in the bins. Kind of like this, right? And they just look like...
Can you make a farm? No, I can't, sorry.
Plush toys that you can buy. So you can have some over here, of course, and you can have one or two over here. You can if you want to, you know, it doesn't matter if you stock them all up. You don't even need to have heads in here, for instance. Like you could even sell like...
Pardon me, guys. Oh, okay, how about an arcade? That would take a while. That would take a very long time to do, but I'll have a look at that.
Crafting tables and whatever these two new blocks are, cartography table, fletching table, like you can just have these in here instead. Like you can have, you know, you can sell anything in these bins basically. Like they're very variable. Like you can just kind of put whatever you want in here. So like if you wanted to, you can have, you know, you can sell anything in these bins basically. Like they're very variable. Like you can just kind of put whatever you want in here. So like if you wanted to, just chuck a fletching table in there just for the fun of it. If you wanted to sell like anything that kind of is.
Okay, thank you so much. If you can do an arcade, can you also do a cafe or Starbucks? I already did Starbucks. I already built a Starbucks. If you can't see, hold on. If you can see it, hold on, let me show you. I'm Colleen Tillion. I already built a Starbucks right here. You can see that. Yep, I built Starbucks, and I already did a cafe over here. See, a cafe. So I'm gonna go back to my Toys R Us. Wherever it is. Oh, there we go, I see it.
Placed by itself, a furnace that kind of looks like an easy. Bake oven or something, like a glass furnace, you know, something kind of fun just to put in here. When it comes to these areas, like here, right? So this area, I kind of like the idea of like a Nerf gun sort of area. So like, if you're looking to buy a Nerf gun, you could have like you can use like a crossbow. You could use a bow. You could even have some like.
My mind has got the all and got a strong belief. And God has got they got a strong belief. Na 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 na.
Nerf swords and some play swords and stuff, and if you wanted to, like, you can just do kind of like mix things up a bit. You could add some like arrows, because they're always selling like different kinds of bullets and what. Have you could add like a crossbow here and a bow, and you could have like
crossbow and a bow.
Maybe these are the bow bullets. These crossbow bullets. Vice versa. And you could have like on this side like a couple of diamond swords, maybe even some gold swords, maybe even like another crossbow and another bow. Like just to, just to vary it up a bit of like what can be sold, what's being bought here, that sort of fun stuff. You could even give like these guys, you could even give them like stuff that people can buy. Or if you could place some item frames above here. I know it's item frames again, but you can place item frames above here. Can have like, that's kind of like what's on sale. This area here, I could place some.
Can you make an online store in Minecraft? Oh, I don't know.
Item frames above here. I know it's item frames again, but you can place item frames above here, and you can have like, that's kind of like what's on sale. This area here, I kind of like the idea of selling music discs, because they kind of look like video game discs, and it.
That's okay, but can you make your real life house in Minecraft? I already did that, but I don't want to go to it right now, so.
Additionally, I like the idea of note blocks and jukeboxes, just a little bit of music, kind of sort of almost look like some toys. Like here we can sell some like music discs. Just inside of this, and you can sell maybe like.
So guys, if you want to request for any city builds, what you want me to make, just let me know in the comments below what you want me to make, and I'll do it. But I'm building what I want to build, so yeah.
Blocks and jukeboxes, you could even place them like on top here too. Just.
It's on in the morning. That is funny.
Kind of like a sale if you wanted to. You could even fill this item frame up with them as well. These are all just ideas, my friends. These are all ideas, feel free to do.
Can you make an Friday? Can you make a Friday night Five Nights at Freddy's restaurant. I will do soon. I'll just figure out which one I should build.
Your own sort of thing.
Or make, sorry.
I also like the idea of, I mean, is there anywhere else that we can kind of place these a little bit? Or, I mean, yeah, maybe. One or two here if we so chose. I don't like the idea.
OMG, thank you
I like
so
the
much.
idea of like
No problem.
like another custom head up here because I love that as a decoration. I love the custom heads for some weird reason. Like I love the idea of like just.
It's funny. It's money. I'm joking. Alright. Move it.
They look so much like plush toys that I like them. I like them just kind of like being on the top of counters and what have you. If you wanted to make the counter look a little bit more realistic, I suppose that you could add like a cash register in the front. Stair. You could even like put a little bit of carpet on the counter as well.
It's funny, money.
Maybe like you've got like one cash register here, and maybe just one cash register to be honest.
Can you download Roblox and search hobbies in Roblox so it can play some hobbies? Don't worry, I will tell you how it works if you downloaded it. Nah, I don't really play hobbies in Roblox. I don't really like hobbies. I like Brookhaven and Tycoons and all that.
So then we can have like a little bit of yellow, red. Carpets coming across just to kind of like, I don't know, just to match the Toys R Us sort of colours, you know, just to kind of add a little bit of colour to the place. Additionally, like inside of these item frames, I mean, what do you want to sell? You know, you could sell like helmets, you could sell like shields, you could.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Some like more fun stuff in here. Like Electra, Total of Undyings, you know, just stuff that you might want to actually like straight up buy. If you want to add more chests about the place, or perhaps if you want to swap chests out, another alternative is not to use chests, but to use shulker boxes. Shulker boxes are a bit more colourful, so if you wanted to like back here.
Da 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 da. Do 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 do.
It's like if you wanted to.
Oh.
Sell some more things like, but you didn't necessarily want the chest aesthetic. You can use shulker boxes just instead. Like same thing goes down here. So like you could just.
What is what when we don't know what? I'm sorry, I'm joking. What is what, but we don't know what is what. We just struck. What the what?
Use shulker boxes as a bit of a decoration. Mix them in with the regular. Chests, if you like, and it just looks.
Oh, okay. Thought you didn't download it yet. Sorry. Oh, it doesn't matter. Roblox has a little bit. I'll download Roblox soon. So.
I love shulker. So I love colour, so you know, I mean, it kind of.
Please.
You can. have them coming across here as well, kind of just anywhere, you know. You just want to fill this place up with stuff. So I like the idea of here. I kind of have a thing for, because I never had one, probably, model trains. So I kind of like the idea of like selling some like model train stuff, so like some different rails, maybe even some different mine carts and stuff. Probably avoid the TNT one, but you know, maybe selling some different rails and selling some like model like some different rails, maybe even some different mine carts and stuff. Probably avoid the TNT one, but you know, maybe selling some different rails.
Hello, Dash0963. Welcome to live stream. Wait a minute, that's me. I just typed myself hi in the live chat. I just did a joke. Oh my gosh.
And selling some like model trains again. I never really had one as a kid, so that's probably why I kind of like the look of them. They're always so expensive, could never afford them, but like they look so cool, and they kind of do now. But I'm not riddling my house with model trains, but you know, that could be something that you add to the item frames, like here where we have like these iron bars. Now, I don't know whether you see these very often, but this is kind of like an area where you would buy posters. So you guys know like that sort of thing, like with posters, right? So you have like that thing that like folds out and it's got like multiple posters, and you keep like turning the pages of them. So this is where I would want to put some posters. So I like the idea of having, say, maybe like a double poster here, and then like single posters kind of like all just racked up, and you can choose which ones you want to buy. And we'd have like something different on this opposite side, for instance. So maybe like we have a double poster up top here. Why that one? There we go. And then maybe you'd have to have like say like here you'd have this poster and then this one, you know, and then you can buy them and you can store them in here. You could even put why would you do that? Maybe you can even put like a couple of posters like up here. It doesn't make it easy, does it? Like this, it really doesn't make it easy. You know, you can put a couple posters up here or something. Like maybe just like this. I don't know. I don't really want to post them like that, but you know, I don't want to get rid of these item frames and then you place them in there and then people can buy them. Additionally, like, what else can we have? I think we've filled up most of the item frames. I think that we've got most of these item frames filled up, actually. We've kind of done a really good job. So, the last couple of things. Number one, this is a ballroom, right? So we're going to need loads of colourful concrete. You know, just grab a whole mix.
A whole mixture of colourful concrete.
The concrete, whether you want to grab the rainbow or whatever, and you just like slap. Something like that looks. concrete stuff, you want to grab the rainbow or whatever, and you just like slowly fill up the outer part of the ball pit. You don't really have to like completely fill in the inside. Something like that looks really good, right? That looks completely cool. People can kind of like go and pick out a ball and play with it and what have you. If you want, you can ride. Something like that looks really good, right? That looks completely cool. People can kind of like go and pick out a ball and play with it and what have you. If you want, you can refloor the areas as well. So you can use, I'd probably stick to the Toys R Us sort of colour, so like red, yellow and blue. You can kind of just place maybe some carpet. I hope this isn't like a flag or something. It's probably a flag that has these colours as well, but you know, these are just meant to be the Toys R Us colours. I'm not representing anybody in particular, but we've got like just a rug here, not really enough room for a rug here. Maybe in front of the cash register area where you would pay for your stuff, maybe we can have just a couple of colours like this. Maybe even mix it up a little bit, maybe add a little bit of blue, something like that. There's a lot to explore, there's a lot on sale, it's all really exciting, it looks interesting, you know, you've got to move and weave in and out around the store, and the only thing that you might want to add perhaps is a little bit more light, which can be used, you can use a torch and you can use some sea lanterns if you want. They're still not fixed. You can kind of like have these about the place. They have loads of light, and you can add this pretty much anywhere. Torches never really. So you can kind of just like put them wherever you feel like. You could maybe even like hide one here, you know, just be a little bit sneaky with all of your torch hiding. So maybe like one here, for instance, maybe even like one here. It's kind of like a dark look feel like. You could maybe even like hide one here, you know, just be a little bit sneaky with all of your torch hiding. So maybe like one here, for instance, maybe even like one here. It's kind of like a dark look in the store.
Whoops, I got oh no. Oopsie. I made one oopsie. But don't worry, I can get the item frame back. Please. Still raining. So.
I think we've actually just made quite a lot of way in actually building that up, and ladies and gentlemen, that's kind of like the entire store built.
Woohoo! We have finished the colourful store.
That's kind of crazy. We've finished. So this is what the store will look like once it's been 100% fully completed.
We have finished the revival of Toys R Us. I built Toys R Us because it is so colourful, and I brought back Toys R Us because Toys R Us was my favourite store as a child, and I loved Toys R Us. Rest in peace, Toys R Us. This store, of course, pops. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me making Toys R Us. Rest in peace to Toys R Us. And before I end this video, I'd just like to do a little tribute to Toys R Us. Toys R Us, you were my favourite store as a kid, and I hopefully we're in a better place now. So, rest in peace, Toys R Us. I think it was found, hold on. Toys R Us.
Okay, here's what I found.
So, I'd just like to do a tribute to Toys R Us. Dear Toys R Us, you were my favourite store as a kid. You had so many different cool toys, some balls, some Lego, and of course some very cool games for PS4 consoles. And I just want to do a little tribute to Toys R Us because you were my childhood as a kid. I'd really appreciate it, Toys R Us. I just love you, and yeah, so Toys R Us, rest in peace, Toys R Us, 1957 to 2018 or 2019, I'm not really too sure. So, I'd just like to say one thing before I end this video. I know I keep saying it, but I have to say my final words for Toys R Us. Hold on. Let me find it. One deep breath. Rest in peace, Toys R Us. 1957 to 2018. We love you, Toys R Us. Bye, guys.